Now is the perfect time, actually, for me to introduce our next speakers. There are two of them. They are very passionate. They are the most industry innovative that we have here at Dassault. Please join me in welcoming Stephane Declee and Morgan Zimmermann.
I think it's a bit too much, Adrien, maybe a bit too much.
All right, the floor is yours.
Okay,
thank you.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Adrien. Morgan, I wish that sometime we can do some magic like this. Maybe it will help in our business.
But you know, for this entire day, you will see magic experiences, but all of the rest of the stories are from the real world.
Okay, let's see.
Welcome, ENOVIA, welcome NETVIBES user communities. Welcome here at Dassault Systèmes Campus. We are so happy to have you here today. This is our very first 3D experience collaborative innovation user event, very first. You know, the user are at the very core of our brand mission, because our success is actually coming through you, with you.
Yeah, actually, if you look at where we are, I think we have a great setup. I think it was a very good start. Over 200 guests. I didn't get the latest count. 94 companies, I think representing more than 20 countries, obviously mostly from Europe, but also I think we have some friends from India, North America, Pakistan. So welcome for the one who did this travel to meet with us. And we have also 13 ENOVIA champions representing actually 11 companies. And actually, if we just zoom on our guest speakers for those 2 days, I want to highlight those 8 people. 30, I think 4 of them actually are also ENOVIA champions. So again, thank you for your contributions to our user community, and thank you for your contribution on sharing your experience with all the attendees for those 2 days. So actually, when you look at 2 days, I think that Morgan, that we are living in a very competitive environment. It's true for you, it's true for us, and we are more and more actually discerning and savvy consumers, customers we have to serve. And as we have been telling for a few years now, delivering nice, useful products is not enough. Today's economy is an experience economy. Actually, it's asking us, starting by yourself, all of you in your different organizations, to really rethink the value on all the associated services that you are delivering to your clients, your customers, whatever you are in a B2B or a B2C environment. So, and I think that is also driving you to rethink how you work and how you engage with your extended ecosystem. But the reality is that you are also facing a large range of different challenges that actually we can transform into opportunities. And it looks like, I mean, when you look back to what happens to all of us in the last few months, years, that actually disruptions is becoming the new normal. And we all have to be ready, actually, to face and to adapt quickly to those disruptions, whatever they are about, of course, health, we have seen that, weather, economics. There is last things with this small bank in California, I think, that just came, yeah. Or it is about regulations. I think we'll come back a lot on regulations today. So we have to be ready, and actually it's really important, more than ever, that to drive agility, to have innovation and resilience in all our business. So, but when we look at sustainability, I think that, Morgan, it is not just about, at the end, complying with new regulations. If you extend it to circularity, it's really about thinking differently, on reinventing, actually, what we do, on how we do it, and of course, at the end, minimizing the usage of precious resources all along the cycle.
So you have understood it, you know, at Dassault Systèmes, we are helping our customers go from product to experience economy. But doing that, we have to cope with all of the challenges that have just been explained by Stephane. What we have seen with all of our customers is to be able to go into that journey, you need to change, the companies need to change the way they work. It's not only anymore about reconnecting silos of data, it's about reconnecting silos of people. To deliver an aircraft engine by the hour, you don't need to have engineering working on its side and after sales working on the other side. You need to reinvent the way these organizations are working together. We call that business experience, reconnecting people across the organization to drive the transformation journey. To deliver that, we have one unique asset at Dassault Systèmes. We call it virtual twin experience. You're going to hear about virtual twin experience for the entire day. So let me try to do a definition of virtual twin experience.
Looking for it, Morgan.
That's a challenge. So, virtual twin experience is about putting in one place three things at the same time. The most advanced representation of the product, the company, or the factories. This is model. All of the real-world data that can be captured from any live systems, from the ERP to the IoT sensors to whatever you name it. And then the people and the processes. Let me try to reformulate that. Model and data, this is Google Maps. I'm not sure I'm allowed to use a Google Map analogy, but you will see it's an interesting one. If I give you two Excel spreadsheets, one Excel spreadsheet with location of restaurant, and another Excel spreadsheet with location of flower shop, and I ask you to find a restaurant nearby a flower shop. Difficult. It's not an easy task. But if you put it on a Google Map, it becomes obvious. Now think about it. If you have corrosion data, simulation data, cost data, quality data on separate systems, they're hard to leverage. But as soon as they are projected on the model of the car, the model of the factory, the model of the aircraft, or the model of the company, then it becomes correlated by nature. So virtual twin experience is about contextualizing and correlating the whole of that data. But it's more than that. It's about connecting the people and the processes. Because if at the end, when you find an idea, the next thing you actually do is send an email, you've again redisconnected the users. So it's all about being able to go from ideas to executions to continuous learning in a continuous path.
Next.
As a point of illustration for that, I would like to show you the first transformation, which is indeed to go from digital continuity to virtual twin experience. To illustrate that, I'm going to use an example. You mentioned, Stephane, about one of the risks that was in your chart was supply chain. We are seeing many of our customers having supply chain volatility challenges, whether component shortage, raw material cost, energy cost. Being able to model the impact of this volatility is a very serious topic. So the video that I'm going to show you is how virtual twin experience actually enables to model supply chain volatility on raw material. If you can launch the video.
Let's start the magic, Morgan. Yep.
So in this specific experience, what we have done is we have connected many data points to be able to reconstruct what is the material decomposition of any single vehicle. Je crois que la vidéo tourne pas. I think the video is not playing.
Maybe I can try another click. Yeah. This is magic.
Because I have that, I'm actually then capable of understanding what is the projected cost of these materials and compute the impact for each of the vehicles of the evolutions of these raw material costs. But this is where things becomes interesting. As you can see on the right-hand side, I'm using an ENOVIA risk management, and I'm creating a new risk, which is an aluminum cost increase by 250% and 350% by aluminum rod. Playing that risk, doing what-if scenario, is as simple as a drag and drop. You can see that this risk is actually creating a 500 euro or a 900 euro additional risk on this specific configuration. At any time, virtual twin experience actually allows to understand what's happening. So here, I can visualize in the car what are the components that are mostly impacted by raw material evolution. But I can also identify one by one each of the specific components that are impacted, by how much and for what volumes. Because of this specific problem, I now want to solve the problem. So I'm creating an issue. I'm characterizing the issue by dragging and dropping the risk, by dragging and dropping the part, so that the entire team have the full context while they will work on it. Procurement people are the next in line. Procurement people, we have built for them specific dashboard that actually allows to understand the entire supply networks. Dependencies with local factories, what is it that we buy from one supplier or another. As a procurement person, I have received this task where I have a risk on bracket. I can drag and drop the bracket in the dashboard. I can see I have 2 suppliers for that specific bracket. I can drag and drop the bracket into another of our data science applications, which is using AI for part similarities to identify all of the parts that would have similar functions and similar shape that could be a relevant alternative. In that case here, you can see that the second one is actually lighter and cheaper, and indeed is an interesting alternative. Next is, can we assess this alternative? Do we have a supplier? Drag and drop. Yes, we do have a supplier. And then what we will do is we will continue the process, and we will actually send, all of these new parts to simulation people that will actually be able to check whether this alternative component has a match. What I'm showing you here, what's important is not what you see, it's what you don't see. To achieve that, we have connected data coming from tens of different systems, which could be 2D drawing to transactional ERP systems. And for the users, that is transparent to them. They go in the 3D experience platform, and virtual twin is what actually allows to understand what's happening. Then we have connected people from engineering, from procurement, from simulation, without ever sending an email, without ever sending a file. Everything is digitally continuous. If someone is sick, we can just reallocate the task. The context is built into it. So this is really going from digital continuity to virtual twin experience.
Indeed, Morgan. Actually, as a consequence of this, we can really go towards what we call continuous experience-driven product development, which is really connecting organizations beyond engineering and manufacturing to share a common view. And actually, they are empowered with key critical performance indicators, as you have seen here, sustainability, cost, weight, others. And they can access to those informations on those KPIs in the context of their daily activities, their daily work, so they can understand the impact of what they are doing and take the appropriate decisions. So at the end, it is driving for companies responsiveness and ability to capture new business opportunities. As a fundamental element to support this new way of working, we have a key role that many of you, I'm sure, knows in the room, which is called Collaborative Industry Innovator. Let's explore what this is bringing to you as a value.
We are witnessing a global industry renaissance where a dynamic mix of technology and consumer demands are driving entirely new ways of delivering imaginative products and experiences. This innovation is everywhere and is much more than just a spark. Businesses must find ways to harness it and realize it in an ongoing basis. The 3D experience platform enables innovation by connecting virtual and real worlds to provide new ways of seeing the world, inventing, learning, producing, and doing business. The collaborative industry innovator role and the 3D experience platform provides an entirely new approach to the innovation process, bringing the entire value network together through structured collaboration, available from anywhere and any device. Collaborative Industry Innovator enables teams to securely organize information, assign owners, and define processes, all combined with social collaboration and leveraging 3D as a universal language. This breaks down organizational barriers on a global level and allows you to capitalize on knowledge and know-how in the context of the experiences you are developing for your clients. Collaborative Industry Innovator connects the dots between unstructured and structured collaboration, empowering teams to innovate flexibly while ensuring compliance with company standards. It drives the next generation of innovation for the next generation of business.
At Dynacardia, we've developed a unique new way to accurately and continuously measure blood pressure. Our technology is fundamentally different from the arm cuff devices that have been the standard for the past 100 years and what is on the market today, providing unparalleled measurement of blood pressure and essential hemodynamic data. Using the collaborative industry innovator role, we've been able to realize our ideas and bring this disruptive technology closer to market. The role has provided us with a way to bring all of our stakeholders together to review, explore, and contribute to a holistic product definition. This allows us to share designs and capture feedback early in the definition process. We've been able to explore ideas and validate designs virtually, reducing the cost of physical prototyping. The integrated change management and product configuration functionality really ensures that we maintain clear governance over the product development process. The collaborative industry innovator role has been an instrumental part of helping us to achieve Dynacardia's vision to change both the patient and provider's experience of one of the most essential and actionable measurements of healthcare.
The first step to changing the world is to ask the right questions. Empower your ideas with the 3D Experience platform and imagine how you can grow.
Again, the Eiffel Tower. This is a common theme for the day, I guess, Morgan. But it is also important actually to engage, as you mentioned Morgan earlier, all the business functions in the organization to capitalize on collective intelligence. And today, there is so much knowledge which is scattered, lost in many different tools in the organization. It's really about going from document to knowledge. On capitalizing on this social knowledge and innovation, it can really become a huge competitive advantage for any company. On going forward, actually, we'll be able to really capture this knowledge and know-how within the Stephane platform. Actually, what we are calling business experiences to create actually pre-configured, ready-to-use experiences for all type of business across all value streams, strategy, marketing, sales, and others on all the supporting functions. Those experiences are going to be created by either Dassault Systèmes, either selected partners based on their leveraging their specific knowledge and know-how, and of course also our clients. You will be able to know more about business experience in a dedicated pod that you will be able to access during the conference. So just to come back to clients, consumers, so I think that you have listened to this beautiful testimony of José Garcia Ulrich, stating that actually comparing to what he has been using 17 years in aerospace, as he mentioned, realizing that actually with the platform, he could go beyond, I would say, PLM to really drive collaboration across the organization. And as you see, as a leader, he's using that on a daily basis with his teams, actually, for maintaining and capturing this social innovation. Actually, when you look at Luigi was also with us in our last user conference in England last October. He's our director at Crocs, really stressing the importance of social collaboration, especially using the platform for social ideation, connecting design teams and other functions to develop and define the next generation of design for the beautiful shoes that they are developing. And again here, replacing PowerPoints, emails, and other beautiful things that we all know. So Morgan, some more?
Yeah, in that spirit, Stephane, and as an illustration to the transformation that have been illustrated, it was also great to see how Leslie from Jaguar Land Rover was showing how they've changing their entire operational model, transforming Jaguar Land Rover from bringing transactional static-driven reporting into risk-managed, risk-based decision-making, while securing transparency, traceability, and accountability. In the same spirit, it's also very interesting to see how L&T Hydrocarbon is changing the way they are operating their business, putting billions of dollars of programs that they are managing to deliver on time, on schedule, thanks to virtual twin experience, while completely transforming the core nature of the interaction that they are having with their stakeholders, you know, the Aramcos and co, using virtual twin experience as a way to drive the collaboration.
Impressive, Morgan. And I guess we're going to learn about this more during the conference. So, our solutions?
To help you capitalize on this strategy, ENOVIA and NETVIBES, we have a portfolio of role and industry processes that are organized by domain. The first one, as you can see here, is planning. It is to define and set executable, sustainable strategy, building a competitive portfolio, program and project for execution, all powered by data science. Long story short, if I had to put a KPI on this one, this is about the relevance and the competitiveness of the portfolio that you deliver. And of course, this is about delivering on time, on schedule, on quality. The second one is virtual product development. It enables to develop configured multidiscipline virtual product definition, including mechanical, electronic, software, while of course leveraging the legacy investment that you may have done in various CAD applications by connecting them to the platform with Power BI. Collaboration is happening anytime, anywhere, while staying on target. Staying on target, once again here, if I had to put one KPI, it's about business-driven design, making sure that we are always delivering the product while matching the critical targets, cost, weight, sustainability, while coping with the complexity. Complexity of the product, complexity of the ecosystem in a relevant manner. Then, value network. This is about enabling our client to model, simulate, build and run sustainable, responsive and resilient value network. Long story short, once again, here I would like to give you a KPI. One of them is cash savings. We have seen with many of our customers that we can deliver in between 5 and 15% of the total commodity procurement in saving within year one.
Wow.
It's not bad. But it's also about coping with the supply chain volatility, as presented earlier today. Then you actually have customer experience. Customer experience is about going from connection to relationship at all stages of the client journey, from discovering to using to repurchasing. Long story short, once again here, if I put a KPI, it's about availability and quality of the product or the asset as operated while managing the cost of operation. So this is about satisfaction of the customers at the end. And of course, all of this is supported by the core platform capabilities and the values for collaboration and intelligence, connecting people, data, and processes anytime, anywhere, leveraging 3D as a universal language for innovation and operation excellence.
Very clear. Now you understand why we are doing this conference, both together in front of you. Thank you, Morgan. Actually, when we look at the dynamic of the portfolio, just to give you a sense of what you will be able to discover during those 2 days. 4 new roles, GA roles in the 22X FDs, 13, just 13 in the first FD of 23X has been delivered a few weeks ago. So again, take advantage of those 2 days to discover. We'll do a quiz at the end of this, I think. It was not planned in this, but I think we should do a quiz, Suzanne, at the end to check who learned what during those 2 days. And actually, sustainability and business-driven innovation is a key driver for many of the different roles that I have shown briefly just before. As actually, virtual twin experience is indeed a key lever actually to really drive the development of sustainable experiences from design to manufacturing, product in use, but also recycling and repurposing, as you just mentioned, Morgan. And actually, you can enforce sustainability goals to drive innovation and then help the team, global organization, to achieve your company sustainability objectives. So let's, to conclude, I think we are really on time. We are saving time, Morgan. I think this is the first time in your life.
Indeed.
We are getting better. I think we are getting better. Let's almost conclude with a short video that will be actually put in context many of those new roles that we have introduced in the last releases. So actually, it's about a life cycle assessment, collaborative experience, as you will see, starting with a Chief Sustainability Officer, who is responsible to drive life cycle assessment and improvements. And actually, this process has been capitalized for this company inside a business process, as you can see here. In one click, he can decide to start a new assessment on one of the new products being developed. It will set all the different contextual informations in the process. It can even, of course, obviously, search and attach what will be the product that will be studied during this assessment. Beautiful 3D. And based on those informations, is going to start this life cycle assessment. Then the life cycle assessment leader is going to take over, validate that his boss has been doing the right thing. It happens sometimes. No? Set up also a community automatically to be able to start the interactions and engage with the community, and assign all the key business owners, business leaders that will be engaged in this assessment. His boss is getting automatically notified that actually the process has been validated and actually started. And then the next step for him is going to be to assign the specific objectives for this product. He will do that in context of the product definition, as you can see here, setting all the right objectives, KPIs, and all the different key elements or nodes of the product definition. And he will also attach this dashboard to the process, so any individual will not spend time to search for how to get to the information, everything in one click. And also engage with the community. Then, actually, we're going to start the assessment involving a multidiscipline organization on cross-functional team. And you have many activities happening in parallel. So it involves, of course, the raw material analysis. Again, all this is done in the same context. It is about packaging and transport analysis, and of course the impact on the CO2 emissions and everything. It also involves the engineering for manufacturing on all the processes, product as a service for all the after-sales activities on their, again, CO2 footprint, and end-of-life repurposing, recycling of the product. All those are going in parallel. They are all fulfilling the same life cycle assessment reference. All this put in the context of, actually, the virtual product definition. Single source of truth, everybody sharing the same reference. Once they have all complete their job, actually the life cycle assessment analyst is going to be able to get access the synthesis of all those inputs. So this is the result. She's going to use actually very powerful analytics, data science, that will make the synthesis of all those different data. And actually she's going to analyze, I think, the impact of the key human activities which have the biggest impact at the end on the CO2 emission to deliver and sustain over time this specific product. And based on these results, on all the contributions from the different stakeholders, she's going to produce automatically a report that she's going to be able, that she will attach to this life cycle assessment process. Again, with this short video, I'll go next round and I have to fix it and do many things, but showing that actually how we can really standardize those assessments based on corporate standards, how you can use and empower all users with contextual informations on the right associated KPIs and measurements, so at the end you can drive sustainability-driven innovation in your organization on which your corporate objectives.
This is really an amazing example of virtual twin experience. The power of science and modeling, the power of data science, and the power of collaboration in one place. That's amazing.
So in this demonstration, actually, you have seen 5 or 6 of the new roles that has been delivered over the last few releases, as mentioned before. So to conclude, we're going to save 5 minutes, Morgan. Can you believe it? 5 minutes?
Yeah, indeed.
This is magic as well. So today we're serving over 20,000 clients with 3D experience. Over 60%, 63% to be precise, are leveraging the platform on the cloud. You are going to see some examples of those clients in the presentation that will come in the course of those 2 days. And overall, more than 1 million users. I will stick with the 1,007 meters high Eiffel Tower. 1 million users, so again, welcome to this user event. It's a great opportunity for you to learn, interact with all your peers, of course with us. We are going to be here together with Morgan for the full 2 days. So enjoy your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.